Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 9th of November 2021. So, Fed issues market red alert, warns stocks vulnerable to significant declines. That makes a change, doesn't it? Asset prices remain vulnerable to significant decline should investor risk sentiment deteriorate, progress on containing the virus disappoint, or the economic recovery stall. Well, I think those last two are inevitable. And that will create, as it says there, the sentiment to deteriorate amongst the investors. You know, they've had the furlough money, they've had the stimmy checks, that's all gone into the markets. The economic recovery is going to stall because of hyperinflation, and they're going to use the virus cases to ramp up more fear. So, yeah, I mean, it's inevitable, isn't it? Required a level of rocket science to work that one out. Meanwhile, other news, there isn't much on the Zero Hedge site market-wise this morning, so let's get on with the economic news for today. It doesn't kick off until 10 a.m. with the ZEW economic sentiment from Germany. Then Lagarde is speaking at 1 p.m, wheeling out the criminal. We've got PPI 130 from America and the core PPI. Powell's out again at 2 p.m. before the Dow opens at 2:30, so be careful there. MPC Broadbent is going to be speaking. Then we've got Bailey speaking, and then we've got a bond auction. So a lot of news once more. All eyes are really on tomorrow. The CPI from the US at 1:30 p.m. as well, which it looks like there's a significant increase in the inflation rate, which will be good for the metals, not so good for the dollar. Although no doubt they'll use it for the dollar first, and then the metals will catch up. So let's have a look at the market, see where we are from yesterday. And once again, we see the Dow putting in a new all-time high yesterday afternoon at 36,568. We're still above the 5-bar moving average. We have a bit of weakness overnight. In the 30-minute chart, you can see the Dow going through the high, and that's where it ended, and then prices moving lower. Sorry about the double arrows here, but there's a problem with the mouse this morning. It seems to have something wrong with it, and it keeps duplicating the drawings, the tools, which is really odd. Anyway, we had the high taken out from Friday. So we got a new all-time high, and then the market came down, bounced back, and then made a new low. At the moment, we're sideways, and we're below the DP at the moment, so we're quite a way from the all-time high. In fact, if we're to measure this out, we're 100, 200, about 220 points away from making a new all-time high in the Dow daily at the moment, which is why I've drawn in some fibs on the downside, drawn from here to here, just in case we break the 5-bar moving average. This will give us our first stop on the way down, 36,161. In the DAX, find the daily chart first. There's a problem with ETX's daily chart yesterday. I've had to correct it again manually myself today. It's just a pain in the rear, which I will give them a call. So it does make smaller time frames a bit more difficult without... because the open price is miles away, which is just ridiculous. You think they would have corrected it, so I think a phone call this morning will be required to get them to correct it. You can do it in the history part of MT4, but why should we? Anyway, rant over. The DAX didn't quite get back to the all-time high during yesterday's session and overnight. Again, we've got a bit of support that we can see in the 30-minute chart at the moment. Just a bit of a bounce off the S1, and most importantly, of course, trying to get back above the low. So do expect a bit more of a move to the upside in the futures market when it opens, just to try and bring the market back off yesterday's low. Very important to do this. Not a lot of activity yesterday. You can see the whole range there. It was very, very small, from here up to here was the biggest part of the range, and it was 62 points, very quiet. So the market waiting for the CPI figures due out tomorrow. And then in the 2 minute, just a quick look at what happened. You can see yesterday the futures market moving higher initially, then pulling back 78% from here to here. And then we had a move to the upside, which then fizzled out, and the market just drifting sideways all the way through. The futures came on in New York, moving the Dow higher, the DAX riding on the back of this, and then the market just trading in a 12-point range throughout here, which you can see, well, between this line here and this line here is 12.5 points. So 14-point range, really, really quiet. And then it drifted lower with the Dow as it came off that all-time high. Overnight prices have gapped lower. And then we've got a bit of a bounce going on at the moment. Like I say, the low and the 200 MA in the 2 minute chart is very important. I need to get back above the close. So expect a bit of a rally this morning. And yeah, let's have a quick look at the metals markets before finishing. Yesterday we see that silver managed to trade up to the 78% retracement, looking a bit weakish overnight, but we're above the 100 bar moving average. If we can hold above this, that would be great. We've got to get through the 89% retracement and also get back above this red line here, which is the $25 per ounce level. Also, gold managing to break above the 89% retracement. This has to hold in order to move higher. So let me just put a line in here. We need to get above 1834 for gold to continue its move to the upside as well. The dollar continuing to move lower. It needs to break the 20 bar moving average. And also, if I just go from here to here, just draw this in, we need to close below the 62% retracement as well. So I suppose the dollar really is waiting for tomorrow's inflation number, the CPI number released at 1:30. There's a quick look inside of the US dollar. You can see prices trading down below the low overnight and down to the S1, finding a bit of support there. So you can see in the volume with a bit of demand. And inside of the silver, you can see yesterday moving to the upside, but pulling back. It's been a bit choppy overnight in these 30-minute bars as well. There's some interesting activity there. Needs to remain above the DP there, and certainly above yesterday's low. Okay, that's a quick roundup of events. Let's see if things cheer up a bit today. A bit more volatility would be good. And yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, that's it for this one. If there's anything else to report, I'll let you know. But as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.